Hello there, old chap. I'm working on my book called The Art of Improvisation. This is my first sketch. So in my early 20s, when I was a young musician, I had a dream of being a studio musician. But I was classically trained and I couldn't improvise. So I went to the Grove School of Music in Studio City, California to learn how to improvise. I went through 2 full-time programs, the Jazz Piano Performance Program and CAP, Composing and Arranging Program, Composing and Arranging Music for Film and Television. Now, my first year of working on improvising, basically nothing happens when you're coming from a classical background. But then the second year, it kicked in and it took off, like really took off. So if you're classically trained, you want to learn how to improvise, check this video out and keep an eye open for my book. So, ready? First thing you got to do is you have to clear your brain because you've been classically trained. You're handcuffed to looking at that piece of music on the stand. Okay? You must think like a child again and forget everything you've learned. But maybe you can come back to it, don't worry. So here's a couple of things that I did that were very effective. First is learning the cycle of fifths. Going through the cycle of fifths. C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B, E, A, D, G, C. Now, it's a big payoff to memorize the cycle of fifths. First, it's great for composing and songwriting, and when you practice stuff in 12 keys, it's great to go through the cycle of fifths. Now, the next step you want to do is learn all the major triads, C major, F major, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B, E, A, D, G, and go through the cycle of fifths. And you could practice them just in root position, and then going in different inversions, voice leading, and then adding extensions, the ninth, and resolving it, re, do, and suspension, fa going to mi. And then also learn all the minor triads in 12 keys, going through the circle of fifths. To do the minor is easy. You have the major, you already know that, then you just lower the middle note, the third, a half step, and now it's minor. Same thing with the diminished. The diminished triad, just 1, flat 3, flat 5. Just lower the third and fifth step by a half step. The augmented triad is 1, 3, raised 5. So there's your triads. You have major, minor, diminished, and augmented. There's only 4 triads. So here they are. Here's the formula. Major, minor, diminished, and augmented. Here's the notes. C major, C, E, G, C, E flat, G. Drop the middle note a half step. C diminished. The third and fifth is lowered a half step. Then augmented, it's like major, but the fifth note is raised by a half step. You got that? You got all your triads, and you're going to use them for the rest of your life as an improviser and composer. So, critical chord progressions. When you start to practice in 12 keys, just start with a single note going through the circle of fifths. C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B, E, A, D, G, C. Then take a chord and do it and go through the cycle of fifths. After you do that, take the 1, 4, 5 progression. Here's 1, 4, 5 progression in the key of C. 1, 4, 5. And do that in 12 keys going through the circle. And then do it with the 2, 5, 1 progression. When you do these 2 things in 12 keys, your playing is going to go through the ceiling. It'll hit a totally new level. And take these progressions and take tension notes like the 9th and the 11th and resolve them. Pick a song or a section of a beautiful classical piece of music by Beethoven that we love, and just take a certain section, take those chords and learn them, and start messing around with them, alter them, improvise on them. I did that. That helped a lot. You can also, a great thing to do is take a jazz standard, something simple like Solar by Miles Davis, played in 12 keys. It's hard at first, but it's a huge payoff. Rhythm and time, metronome and drum machines. You gotta have good rhythm and time. Practice with metronomes and drum machines. You gotta be able to play on the beat, before the beat, and after the beat. Learn the 12-bar blues. You can look that up. Look at one of my videos. Study and learn some jazz standards, standards. They've been around forever, like Autumn Leaves, Solar. Just pick a few and play them in 12 keys. You'll be amazed how much your musicianship improves. Now if you're doing pop tunes, pick songs that are hits. Tunes that have been proven over the years that people recognize, not weird tunes that nobody knows. Stuff like the Beatles. Can't go wrong with that stuff. Elton John. Expand your technique, working on scales, chord, etudes, arpeggios. Play them like music though, not exercise. Make them, phrasing is king. So what do I mean by phrasing? Okay, let's say happy birthday. Da ba da 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 bum bum ba bum 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 bum. Now rephrasing it might be you swing it. Ba da da ba ba do da bum ba da da doom ba da bum bum ba 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 do da ba da do ba 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 boo ba. That's phrasing. You can rephrase melodies, and that's a very musical thing to do. So when you play songs, don't just play the song. Make an arrangement. Play the introduction, play the song, improvise, repeat the song, and then do an ending. Like this, okay? So intro, play the song, improvise, play the song again, and then an ending. Don't just start from the beginning, end, and stop. That's not musical. Okay, what else we got here? Pick a few chords, chord change that sounds interesting to you. 2 or 3 chords, and just improvise and play on it. Mess around with it for 30 minutes. That's a great way. Okay, that's it for now. Okay, I hope you got something out of this.